silicone punch!
Playing fighting games and having the privilege to really understand the psychology behind competitive gaming has changed my outlook on life as a person. In this video, I'm going to explain all the benefits and life skills that I've learned thus far in my journey to become something greater. Step into my mind. Let me show you a gamer's unbreakable will. There is always a solution. From the very beginning, fighting games teach you to work your way out of a problem. Very rarely do they give you an action that cannot be countered. What this does is it forces you to look for solutions to a problem. This right here is the essence of fighting. A solution-based growth mindset. Growth mindset is a method of thinking where each obstacle is seen as an opportunity to learn, rather than a display of weakness. With each failure comes new information, a message on how to take another step towards victory. Understanding just how you lost is a critical part of the process. In the mental state of a gamer, we don't lose, we learn. This mindset goes far beyond the world of gaming and applies to our daily life. Every failed test, every heartbreak, every broken friendship, it's all a lesson. How can I do better next time? Nobody is perfect, and nobody will achieve perfection, but how close can we get? How can we become the best person we possibly can? When I'm old, how can I look back at my life and have no regrets about who I've become? Growth mindset is a powerful tool that converts adversity into knowledge. Something I've come to realize playing fighting games is that it constantly builds on empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. You need to not only understand how your opponent feels, but how their feelings influence their actions and attack patterns. What emotions are they feeling? What will my opponent do next? How should I respond to that? All of these are questions that must be constantly asked and answered correctly in order to win a match in any fight or fighting game. And it all pertains to empathy. In particular, cognitive empathy. To be able to read people's emotions and their response to those emotions is a massive skill when it comes to interpersonal communication. This makes group work easier. This makes friendships and relationships easier. And it appeals to our social integrative needs, which is something I'll get into a bit later. Thing is, we don't learn this in school. Not even in college unless you're a psych or communication major. Cognitive empathy is a critical social skill that needs to be developed. And in fighting games, you are constantly honing that skill. This development of cognitive empathy through fighting games can be applied to nearly any social interaction. In an argument, for example, it allows you to refine your response based on the other person's perception. If I say this, how will he perceive it? Even if I'm not trying to be rude, it seems like he's a little annoyed and will become defensive about it. Maybe I should ask a question instead. Or an interview. This employer seems very uptight. If I'm too relaxed or nonchalant, he may perceive that as a sign of laziness. I should be careful with my words here. An understanding of the human mind and a solution-focused approach are powerful traits I've learned from fighting games, but the best is yet to come. Merriam-Webster's definition of frustration is a deep, chronic sense or state of insecurity and dissatisfaction arising from unresolved problems or unfulfilled needs. I'm sure this is no new idea to us. Heartbreak, failure, and those godforsaken group projects where nobody can get along. The point I'm trying to make is that frustration, anger, and disappointment are common emotions we can all understand. In fighting games, these emotions are multiplied. You see, when you lose a game to someone you think shouldn't have beat you, it feels terrible. And even worse, in a sport where everyone's constantly getting better or consistently beating you, it can make you feel hopeless or want to give up. What's the point of trying so hard? It's just a game. Do you really think you're gonna make it up there with the pros? You're not talented enough. You are never gonna achieve your dreams. But remember how there's always a solution to a problem? When faced with adversity, frustration, depression, pain, whatever you're going through, gaming teaches you to always look forward. I'm not saying disregard your emotions and only focus on the goal. In fact, the opposite. Feel those emotions. Let that pain hurt. Then focus on how you don't want to ever go through that again. And once you finally beat that person that you've lost to countless times, once someone gives you that, hey, you're really good, it's an amazing rush of confidence. Fighting games are ruthless. They'll tear apart your ego, make you feel like the worst person in the entire world, but it forces you to rebuild it in a way that keeps your self-confidence level with your ability. And that's how it should be. Not too cocky, not too timid. Confidence, with a foundation in self-awareness and honesty.
Ifその瞬間が来たら、俺がお前がバレエにハマる瞬間だ。
I know I said this earlier, but I'm not done with my statement yet. My favorite feeling in the world is being able to beat someone you haven't been able to beat before. It's a symbol of growth. It's the culmination of all your hard work, learning, and will to win. It all creates a beautiful moment we like to call a pop-off. These emotions are real. The same way you alone take responsibility for your losses, you're also the sole driver of your wins too. There's a level of independence, self-pride that comes with fighting and fighting games. I did this. I achieved my goals. My actions produced this result. It's this super boost of serotonin, confidence, and pride, and it's the very same reason we try so hard to achieve our goals. In some of my research, I stumbled on a concept called the uses and gratification theory. Usually, it's tied to social media, but this theory explains that though our needs may be different, they can still be categorized into 5 sections: cognitive, affective, personal integrative, social integrative, and tension-free. Let's start with cognitive. Cognitive needs satisfy our natural thirst for intellectual or academic knowledge. This is the part where the study of psychology can be really helpful in gaming. Concepts like an understanding of fear or arrogance are really helpful to learn here. Affective needs are the ones that satisfy the emotional needs of someone. You know how sometimes people get sad or happy when they're watching a movie? Well, that's what this is. In fighting games, your affective needs are satisfied when you win a tough match, or your favorite player pulls off a crazy comeback. Personal integrative needs are ones that help us reassure our status, gain credibility, and stabilize. Basically, we like to be seen as successful, powerful, or good at something. You don't need to be a top player to fulfill these needs. You can do it right within your peer group. And that brings me to the next one. Social integrative needs. This one's all about our interactions with family, friends, and other relationships. Millions of people within the fighting game community are looking for one thing: self-improvement. This common ground makes it super easy to find productive and fun social interactions with new people, and that can be really hard to find on your own. Lastly is tension-free needs. Exactly what it sounds like, people can use the media as an escape from reality, a way to relieve tension or stress. I know firsthand there have been many instances where I wasn't having a good week, and once I got to play Smash or even Mario Party with my friends, everything seemed to work out better. After that, I felt dramatically less overwhelmed by the stress that I'd felt earlier. These aren't wants, these are needs. In order to live a mentally healthy lifestyle, we require this gratification, and competitive gaming satisfies every one of them. Prediction, empathy, judgment, perseverance. These qualities transcend the realm of gaming and have direct applications to the real world. This is a way to develop that mentality that drives us so much further than the average person. I could go on and on about how my dream is to build a school of fighting games that focuses on developing these 4 traits, but I think I'll save that for a different video. Thank you for watching.